Good morning, all students and staff at Samuel Whitwood Academy. Let me just first of all start by introducing myself for any students out there that haven't met me. I'm Mr. Huckle. I'm Assistant Principal, Head of Sixth Form and the Whole School Careers Lead here at Samuel Whitbread. So this presentation that I'm recording this morning is regarding what we call the Local Labour Market Information, or LMI. And I'm particularly going to talk about this morning Central Bedfordshire. Now, in that first sentence there that I put on the screen, it's really, really important that all of you, whatever age you are aware of the current circumstances for Central Bedfordshire in terms of careers, in terms of industries, in terms of what employment sectors and industries are currently recruiting and needing more workers, which areas of industries are slowing down in terms of their job opportunities. So having an awareness of the local labour market information is really, really important. Now, the problem with this, there's a lot of data, and I've really slimmed down the data on this to make this really simple. But yes, some people find data boring. I personally don't, but there you go. But nevertheless, whether you find data boring or interesting, it's really, really important that you research this as part of your future options and pathways. Whether you be a Year 9 student who are thinking ahead to GCSEs, whether you're a GCSE student thinking ahead to sixth form or apprenticeships and so on, or whether you're a sixth form student who is looking at universities, going into jobs and apprenticeships. Whatever level you are at, it's really important that you engage with the local labour market information. Now, as I've said, this presentation is going to focus particularly on Central Bedfordshire to make sure you're aware and up to date of the current situation for 2024 and 2025. Now, if there's anybody out there that wants to explore this in more detail than the one I'm going to do in this 10 to 15 minute presentation, please do. I would highly encourage you to do so. There is a link there that you can type into your web browser that will take you to the Central Bedfordshire labour market information. And that's what I've used to put this presentation together. So we should know this, geography teacher here, but some of you may not know where the area of Central Bedfordshire is. So the data that I'm going to present to you, so you're fully up to date, is for Central Bedfordshire, and that is the area you can see on the screen there. Anywhere within that black line is classified as Central Bedfordshire. Now, I am aware that Samuel Whitbread pulls students from outside of Central Bedfordshire, from Bedford, from Hitchin, Letchworth, and some people from Luton. So if you do live outside of Central Bedfordshire, you're still local, but do have a look at the other LMI databases out there because they may be slightly different. Okay, I'm going to pause. I'm going to introduce via a very short clip what LMI is. So just sit and listen.
Understanding LMI and how you can use it to find your next career. So, what is LMI? LMI stands for Labour Market Information. Using it effectively can help you to gain insights into general employment trends, such as which sectors are booming and which are struggling, which skills gaps are prevalent in different sectors, and which jobs will be in demand in the future. There are two types of LMI, national and local. National LMI will help you discover employment trends for the country as a whole, whereas local LMI can assist you in discovering which sectors near you have the most vacancies and when jobs in those sectors are most in demand. Looking deeper, you can also find out about progression routes to different jobs and what transferable skills you'll need to get there. This can help you to effectively plan your career trajectory as well as what pay you can expect when you get there. You may have used your own labour market information in the past. For example, if a large retailer was opening in your town, you may have correctly assumed that they would be hiring staff to work in that store. Labour market information can help you to make informed decisions about where to look for jobs and which roles you have experience for. It can also help you to future-proof your career, giving you more peace of mind in the longevity of your chosen profession.
And that last bit's really, really important that she mentions, that it can help you future-proof your future career. And it gives you the foundation information that you may need if you are wanting to stay within that central Bedfordshire area. So let me present some data to you, which is the most up-to-date at the time of producing this presentation. And then I'm going to summarise this down to make this really clear for all of you. So if we look here, we've got Central Bedfordshire employment and unemployment data. Now, in your tutor groups, you may want to pause this, and I would encourage you to do so for 30 seconds and just discuss this data together in terms of, I'd focus particularly on the percentages rather than the raw numbers. Look at Central Bedfordshire percentage, but compare that to the Eastern region and then compare that to the average percentage for Great Britain. And then you'll see there is a difference. So just pause it for 30 seconds and have a discussion as a group now. Okay, so summarising this data down to put it into context for you, as you can see, Central Bedfordshire has a higher percentage of economically active people, or 85% there, compared to the Eastern region and the average for Great Britain. Now that is a positive thing, folks. Central Bedfordshire is in a strong position in terms of people who have jobs. Central Beds, therefore, has a lower percentage of unemployment, stands at 3%. And compare that to the Eastern region and the rest of Great Britain, the average, it is lower. So there is a second positive there. So if you want to pause again, please do, to digest some of that employment data if you wish, because it does show you employees and also self-employed as well. So let's delve a bit deeper. And if we look at Central Bedfordshire employment in terms of occupation here, again, I'd encourage you to pause this for a second and just discuss the percentage data for Central Beds compared to East and Great Britain again. So pause now for 30 seconds and discuss. So I've summarised below here for you. Current situation for Central Bedfordshire is, and I put here, the above data shows the top 9 occupational categories across Central Beds. Now, if we narrow that down to the top 3 occupational categories, they are, in first position, we have what's called associate professional occupations. That's standing at 24.9%. Now, the definition of jobs within that occupation is this. They are jobs requiring specialised knowledge and skills, typically gained through post-secondary education or training, but not necessarily a full professional degree. So these are people who have got jobs that require higher level qualifications, but not necessarily degrees. Some of them will have degrees and gone to university. In second position at 24.7% is what we call professional occupations. Now I've put the definition there for you again. That is a type of job that requires a significant level of specialised knowledge and skills, often gained through advanced education or training. Now this could be a step up from the associate professional occupations. These could well be majority of people with degrees or postgraduate degrees, master's degrees, and so on. And in third position, at 11.8%, we've got administrative and secretarial occupations. Now, the official definition for that are people in these occupations work in administrative facilities and personnel. They keep records and provide administrative assistance and secretarial work. So these are the top 3 areas of occupation in Central Bedfordshire. But as you can see, there are others in there in those top 9. You've got caring professions, you've got sales, you've got elementary occupations, and so on. So do delve into this a lot deeper in your own time if you wish. If we then delve deeper into the data and we look at gross weekly pay for people in Central Bedfordshire in pounds, again, this is average. And if we look at Central Bedfordshire here in terms of the full-time workers, I've summarised below for you. So in Central Beds, full-time workers have a higher gross weekly pay in pounds than those in the Eastern region and also in the average of Great Britain. So that puts Central Bedfordshire in a positive situation once again for all of you. As you can see, if we look at the male full-time workers compared to the female in terms of Central Bedfordshire average pounds on a weekly basis, there is still a gender pay gap here in Central Bedfordshire. That is closing, but it is narrowing, but it does need to close. So unfortunately, males are still earning on average more than females. That needs to close. And males and females in Central Bedfordshire earn more each week than those in the Eastern region and the rest of Great Britain. Excuse the spelling mistake there. That again is a positive thing for all of you in Central Bedfordshire. And lastly, if we delve even deeper into those occupational areas and look at the actual job areas in Central Bedfordshire. Again, I would say pause this for 30 seconds, have a look at the data together, compare that Central Bedfordshire percentage with the Eastern region and Great Britain. So pause it now. Okay, let's summarise this down. So if we then focus on the top 5 jobs by industry in Central Bedfordshire, this is what we have. In first position, 16.7%. And people are working in wholesale and retail. That includes repair of motor vehicles and motorcycles as well. So that is in the first position in Central Beds. Manufacturing is second with 10.2% of people employed in manufacturing. Education. Now, yes, that is teachers, but that is not just teachers. This is anybody who works in the education profession and works with students or young or adult education as well. So that's at 10.2%. 9.3% in fourth position is accommodation and food services activities. What I should have said actually, manufacturing and education are joint second, both on 10.2%. And then we've got 3 industries, 3 job areas in fifth position, all on 8.3%. We've got transport and storage. We've got professional, scientific and technical activities. And then we've got administrative and support service activities. So, and again, excuse the spelling mistake there. So that gives you a summary of individual job areas within Central Bedfordshire to take that right down to the core jobs that are available. But as you can see, there are a lot of job areas in Central Bedfordshire that you will have access to when you either leave us at the end of year 11 to go for education and training or after sixth form as well. Okay, I'm going to pause again. Let's bring this all together with another short clip here, just explaining the importance and why you need to know this information about local labour market information and also national labour market information. Okay, so that really is a quick run through of Central Bedfordshire local labour market. So let's bring this together at the end and signpost you as well. So use this and put this into context for your future possible options, pathways and careers. Now what we will do, and what my job is here, one of my job is here at Samuel Whitbread Academy, is to make sure you have access to everything that you need. And that's not just through me, that's through the careers team, that's through your tutors, that's through your teachers, that's through the senior leadership team and through the governors here at Samuel Whitbread Academy. So this is what we will do as a school to support you. Ensure you have encounters with industries and employees in the local area. We have links with lots of local employers. So you will be hearing from them, you will have access to them. We will ensure that you have encounters with not just employers, but also educational establishments as well. That's sixth form, that's colleges, that's apprenticeship providers, that's technical education providers as well. You will have chance to hear from them and question them. And also ensure you have allocated time for work experience placements in particular year groups, not every year group, and or work experiences or experiences of the workplace as well. That's through people coming into school and also you being able to do work shadowing, for example. So all of that will be and is being scheduled into the future options, pathways and careers programs for each individual year group here at Samuel Whitbread. And I will ensure that is in there and that will be delivered through tutors, through teachers and through the careers team. And this is a sixth form saying, actually, it's on our sixth form banners. Why is this important? It's because your future. And the biggest focus we've got here as staff at Samuel Whitbread is your focus. Your future is our focus. We want to help you open as many doors as possible and get to where you possibly want to be. So please use all of the signposting in this presentation, but also the web links and signposting on our careers webpage. There is the webpage. If you go to the main website for Samuel Whitbread Academy, you'll find the careers page on there. And if you would like to meet an independent careers advisor, highly recommend it, to talk through careers guidance options and pathways and careers, please email Miss Freeman on lfreeman@bestacademies.org.uk. Okay, well, thank you very much, folks, for listening to me. If you have any questions, as I say, please ask your tutors, please ask the careers team and get in touch with us. Thank you very much.